what a weird time for dating we're living in right now. So I guess I'm hoping to bring a bit of like positivity, proactivity. So for all the guys that are probably sit at home, like loads of my male clients are kind of frustrated, feeling like, oh, I was just getting in the zone with this. I was picking up some momentum, and now, or, you know, how am I supposed to date anyone? Because we're on total lockdown and we're living through a strange era in history. So I guess what I'm really excited to share with people is basically what you can do right now. Like, what can you learn? How can you stay focused? Because one of the best things I think that I can think about is when we're in a position like this and you have an opportunity, there's going to be a really massive temptation to not take any action whatsoever. I may not end up meeting many of these women in the immediate future because they might have concerns about the virus. That's okay. But what can I do? First of all, I can use this to develop my conversation skills. Messaging is also a really common area that I find guys can sometimes not quite understand how to create that tone of being kind of like, it's like a tall order for men, right? They have to be flirtatious, playful, leading, direct, but not too direct. So I think it's a really good opportunity as well to really fine tune your skills of, okay, how do I take this from a woman that I've just met to making her feel comfortable enough that she's going to want to meet me in real life. So imagine opening up an inbox and there's 50 unread messages every single day and having to try and somehow filter through them to work out, okay, who is the guy that I should invest my limited time and energy into? Who's that guy going to be?
The focus is often like with a lot of game and pickup stuff is about how can I impress and how can I do that, instead of that perspective that you're bringing here, which is like, what is she thinking about the situation? Like, she wants that narrative of feeling like special, like she's earned something, like there was something in her that was, can you create that actual narrative? 95% of the guys that I coach, that I talk to, have never in their life cold approached a woman. They've never in their life. That's the scariest thing that there is in their life. And so, like the 5%, they're out there and they learn what you're teaching and what I'm teaching, and they've overcome that fear. But the other 95% that are out there, if they're not getting an invitation.
I like how you said it was the 5%, because for women, they think that their reality is it's like they've got a selection bias towards the guy that proactively approaches in a way that they recognize as being obviously romantic or sociable and engaging. And because of that, they're like, oh my God, I keep meeting the same man, or all guys like this, or he was seeing 5 other women, like what the hell? And in fact, it's because she's just not seeing all of the other men that are out there. They're not invisible. So another big kind of irony or gap that I find between how men and women view dating is men often feel obviously that women are living in this abundance of choice their whole lives.
Yeah.
And that men actually have to, cultivate themselves, and often choice comes to them at a much later age than it does for women. You might have to put in 10 years of hard work on themselves before getting any positive feedback. However, from the world of a woman, let's be clear about some things. Until she gets past a certain point of attraction with a man, and that will mean she's going to have to have interacted with him and kind of thought, oh, hey, this is kind of the guy that I could see myself dating. It doesn't count. And because so few men are able to interact with her, or actually are really proactive at being opportunity creators, it means she actually feels like there's this really small pool of guys. Women will often say things like, oh, I just haven't met anyone I actually liked for like 6 months. So she's not thinking, she doesn't realize that how many options she actually has. She's actually often in a real scarcity mindset around dating as well.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's really good advice. I think this is really going to help a lot of guys that are stuck in the quarantine. So keep your eyes peeled. We're going to have some more content for you.
Awesome. And thank you so much for having me, John. It's been awesome. Thank you so much. And cheers to all the guys out there. Keep your spirits up and be proactive during this time. Accelerate.
Awesome. Thank you.